good.
Hey there,
Yeah.
I'm DrGluon. I'm a
It's
YouTuber
me.
and a Twitch streamer, and I play a lot.
Hey there, I'm DrGluon.
This
And
is
I'm so
my,
excited to be
this is like, I'm really trying to do the whole like voice, you know, the whole like YouTuber voice. People said I don't sound like myself, but I was really trying to do the YouTuber voice.
Well, the thing is, like these videos that you did, and also Fake Gamer Girl,
Yeah.
she did them as well. People are like, wow, that's not what she sounds like. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, because you're doing a tutorial for.
Yeah,
Life by
and
You,
I was
you know what I mean?
looking
It's
at
not
her
really
videos, and I used her videos as like an example of like what I need to do and how I need to sound. And I'm like, she sounds really like professional, so I've got to like also be as professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here it is.
Paradox Tectonic on their new life simulator, Life by You. In this series, I'm going to be exploring
I
different...
just want to stop here for a second because, like, and I don't want to stop too much, obviously, because I know you want to watch this video. But James, before I started on this, gave me a really great tip, and he said use the controller, like a game controller, to like move the camera around, because it's like when you move the mouse, it can be a little, you know, because the mouse is it can be a little more jarring. With the controller, you can really slow down the
Yeah, I think they just need to add. I mean, look, it was early access when we played it, and it's not even in public early access yet, not till June. So it's like I think they just need to add like mouse smoothing, like when you move around and pan.
Yeah,
and
but
and it should be fine.
Generally, mouse is going to be a bit more jarring anyway than using a controller, where you could really slow it down with the like, you know, very slow with the joystick there.
aspects of the game, but today we're going to be focusing on crafting and skilling. Here I am, DrGluon, wearing a very nice shirt.
I spent a lot of time on that.
And for this
outfit.
video, I have not taken a job because I'm going to work for myself. We're going to be crafting things. So to do this,
Dang.
first, we got to build a crafting
Minecrafting,
table.
and then
Let's go
also
down.
Like, I was gonna say, the animation playing and like the little character preview at the bottom left is so funny.
yeah.
Like, you're like looking through the drawer, and then you're like a little avatar down the bottom left, just like.
I turned those off later in the
funny.
video, but yes, the little avatar does animate, and you can turn that off in the settings if you want to. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And it's on by default, I think, but I end up turning it off. But yeah, it's funny that animates. It's actually kind of cool that animates. The animations obviously are being worked on because this is kind of early access, and a lot of people have mentioned in the comments
everything is working
the
on,
animation
yeah.
a little bit rough, so they're going to be working on those. And this arrow, I made that arrow pretty good.
Wait, that's not in the game.
That
I
is
feel
not-
like you should have written on the video. Not all images represent final gameplay.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, A+ arrow. Fake Gamer Girl used a different arrow, and I'm like, I want my arrow to be a little curvy.
I want the glue on arrow.
Yeah, a little bit.
Get some glue on branding in there.
Home, and on the side of the
On the arrow just says subscribe to me.
Table, we want to go to the furniture option, and in the search bar, let's just type crafting. And ooh, a crafting table has popped up. Let's go ahead and build.
A little bit behind the scenes, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just doing it and then saying as I was doing. I'm like, well, I gotta talk about crafting. Let's search crafting. Oh, good, a crafting table popped up. Oh,
This. I think we're gonna. Put
This video
right
actually wasn't
here.
edited at all.
There
You're
we
just
go.
doing this in one
Once
take.
you place that, go
This
ahead
one
and
take,
save,
yeah.
And now we can start crafting. Let's go ahead and click on the table. There's all kinds of things you can do here, like craft jewelry, research archaeology, gardening, craft flowers. But for this one, we're gonna focus on crafting seashells. Okay, so this window pops
I
up.
thought that was the easiest thing to figure out. Because like crafting gardening, I was like, wasn't sure what that was, but crafting seashells, like I got that. You know.
Up here, and we want to make a rudimentary shell art piece. Unfortunately, we don't have any shells, so let's go ahead and close
dang
the
it.
window. And let's
What are we
head
gonna
to the
do,
beach.
Glon?
Well, let's go to the beach.
It's not too far away. Perfect. Oh, look at me go on my stick.
Oh.
That's just like me. All right, we're on the beach.
Did you play with any different vehicles? What did you do?
I did what did I have in mind? Did I have a bike?
Oh,
I did in the
nice.
short. I played with the bike a bit, and then I bought a car.
Oh,
And
damn.
then I don't think I'd done skateboard yet.
The
This is a
skateboard,
lot
I think,
of
is
fun.
default.
Now we get to look for seashells on the seashore.
Yeah, because I changed
pretty
mine to
good
like a
joke.
bike, I think.
Right. That was a pretty good joke, by the way.
There's some.
Haha.
Go ahead and collect those.
What are you talking about?
I said, let's find some seashells on the seashore.
A lot of seashells.
Oh,
Very
right.
good.
That's not really a joke.
Oh.
That's
more like a reference to a...
You know what? We've become a level 1
twister.
beachcomber.
I guess true. Oh, level 1 beachcomber.
Profile by clicking this button right
Dude, let's
here.
go.
And up top, head to the skills section.
Right.
Oh.
Question marks as well. Like, what are these other skills?
Ooh.
Awesome.
Creates intrigue.
We got some beach.
Yeah, the animations definitely need work. I think they've mentioned that many times. This is early access. They're going to be refining the animations. A lot of comments were like, animations need more work, and they were like saying, yeah, we're gonna work on those.
Combing experience. The skill of finding rare items near the water, such as seashells. I also have level 1 cleaning, which is so me. You also have a skill up in business.
Show us your desk right now, Glon.
Fitness, and even mischief.
Why not? I thought you said you were good at cleaning.
So let's head on home. We could do this by clicking the
I choose not to
Home
show you my
button
desk.
located right here. All right, so next
I plead
morning,
the
so
fifth.
let's go ahead and craft those seashells. Let's click on the table again and select craft seashells. Now, unfortunately, we did not get the required shells to craft this.
Oh, no.
But don't you worry, because I'm here to help.
Don't you worry. I just figured out that you could do this because I'm like,
Wait, are you
Yeah, go on.
in the game at all times? Like, are you like the Clippy? Like, I can open you up and you'd be like, don't worry, I'm here to help.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. Just my face with the fez on.
I'm your friendly neighborhood Glowon, here to help.
Substitute it.
Check out
with
this
the shells
arrow
that we
animation,
get.
by the way.
Let's choose this shell.
Oh, no!
There we go. Now let's do the same with the other shell. Let's first click the shell that we're going to substitute.
White arrow,
This
it's
one.
smart
And
because
then
if
click
it
the
was
shell we're gonna
purple, it'd
substitute.
disappear in the purple
You would be able to
background.
see it, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now
See,
hit
purple
the
over there, though,
substitute
whereas
button.
lighter.
I thought about
Lovely.
things.
Now all we have to do is create it. Let's click the create button down here. That's great. Perfect. This will make a great gift.
Right.
Well, let's have a look at it. First, open up your inventory by clicking the toggle inventory button.
Okay, it doesn't say in here, but it was like showing a bunch of stuff before.
And you can see the rudimentary shell art piece right here.
But yeah, there's the that's the
Let's
thing we
go ahead and
crafted.
admire that. Perfect. That's gonna make a great
Wow.
gift for
Red
a
box.
friend or maybe a neighbor. If I keep going,
I guess it's kinda like a jewelry piece, I don't
I'll be
know.
able to level up my beachcombing skill.
Oh, that makes sense.
And what's this? It looks
Because
like
I guess,
have a
yeah,
little bit
because
of
otherwise,
garden
what would you be
skill
crafting
already?
shells into? I guess it makes sense it would be like jewelry or
Well,
like
that's the topic
Yeah.
of our next video.
Like a bracelet
so
or
make
a necklace or
subscribe
something.
to
That
the
makes
Paradox
sense.
channel and the Life by You channel.
box.
I'm DrGluon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, Glowon.
Bye me. And they added this bit later on. Well, there you go. That was video 1 of the crafting tutorial.
Very nice.
You like that one? Any questions?
Why can't you do your entire stream in that voice?
I should, huh? I really should.
Never
Hey,
done
I'm
that.
DrGluon, and today we're going to be playing The Sims 4 by having 100 babies. Let's first click on our sim. Now let's pick on another
First,
sim.
we click on sim.
Click woohoo.
The whole stream is the tutorial.
Click woohoo. Ah, very good. Very good. All right, next video, which is called it's called Shopping and Hobbies right here.
Oh.
Hey there, I'm DrGluon. I'm a YouTuber
Hey,
and a
Glowon.
Twitch streamer, and I play a lot.
Also, by the way, opening, same. I didn't even record it. I'm like, I nailed it the first time. I'm just gonna use that same thing on all the videos.
Dang.
Yeah, that's
Did
smart.
you do that for all the audio in the same in the video too?
What? What do you mean?
Like the whole video has the same audio as the
it's
last
just
one?
cut up. Yeah. No, the
We're
first
going to be
part.
crafting seashells. Wait, what?
We're gonna be shopping.
Lot of life simulators, and I'm so excited to be collaborating with Paradox Tectonic on their new life simulator, Life by You.
Life
In this
by
series,
You.
I'm going to be exploring different aspects of the game.
I love that walking
Today, we're
animation,
gonna be
just walking
focusing
by
on
the camera like I'm
gardening
talking to you as I'm
and
walking.
cooking. which is very exciting because I love gardening.
I love gardening.
Let's build a planter box.
That's so you.
That's so me.
Located right here. You've got lots of great options on the side, but for this one, we're going to want to click the furniture and decor button. Now let's go down to the search and type planter box. We've got some fun options here. Like
I will say real fast, this one is the most serious that I did because I wasn't sure how funny to be. I wasn't sure how much, and people actually said in the comments, it doesn't seem like me, because I was like, I don't know how like goofy I can be. So I really kept this one clean. And then the next one is like, I go a little goofy. I go more goofy.
The box, but for this one, we're going to focus on the wide outdoor planter box.
The wide one.
And let's put that right here. Very nice. And you know what? Let's put a
That's good.
one
Oh,
next to
that's
it.
even better.
Right.
Yeah.
I went a little crazy
Let's go ahead
there,
and
but
save
another
and
one.
exit by clicking this button over here. And now we can start planting by clicking this button right here.
Right.
Oh, whoopsie.
Oh, no, wait, what do we do? Do we go beach combing for seeds?
Don't worry, James, I got you.
Box there.
No, get head to the beach.
Okay,
and get some seashells.
Legit, I had no idea how to get seeds. I had no idea. But I do explain later how I get seeds. Or right now, actually.
Craft seeds. But today, we're going to go...
You can craft seeds and you can find seeds. Right.
Can you buy them anywhere? You can probably buy them at a store, too.
Well,
I think there was a store you could buy them.
let me tell you this. I spent the whole video going shopping.
It's easy to get lost. But don't worry. I have a
It's easy to get lost because I did.
Check out the phone, which is located right here. Next, go to directions, which is here.
Yep.
And here you can see all the amazing places you can visit. Now this icon indicates that the coastal keepsakes is a shop. Maybe they sell seeds.
Maybe.
Well, let's find out. Click on the coastal
Maybe I had
keepsakes.
checked earlier to make sure they do. They do.
Well, I would hope so. You shouldn't be taking a tutorial if you're like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Could you imagine if I went there like, oh, maybe this doesn't sell seeds. Okay, maybe the next store sells seeds. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, maybe the next store sells seeds. Please?
Section. Let's go ahead and click it, and then click shop right here.
Right.
And here we have a list of things we can buy. You know what? Some lettuce might be nice. Grab some of those. I think I want 2 lettuce seeds.
Yeah, get 2 of those.
To do this, press this button.
I
right
felt like
here
this
to
might be a
increase
little
the
bit
amount.
silly to explain this basic function of like using a computer, but I'm like, well, maybe people don't know how to use that. Like, I felt a little silly going like, you know, what do the arrows do? That increases how much you want to get.
Let's place it in the cart.
Ah.
This button right here.
Wow.
And it goes up top
Very
there.
good. All right, so I think we have everything we need. Let's go ahead and check out. Click on the cart in the top corner here.
A lot of people in the comments were commenting how there's no person behind the register. And I totally agree with that. I think they said they are still working on it. Hopefully that's...
I think the one we were playing, because mine was kind of empty too, just in general, I think there was actually less people in the specific build we were playing.
Oh, okay. So
because what we played isn't what's coming to early. Like, I think there's a newer one coming.
Oh, I would assume so. Yeah. I did see lots that had like people in them, but
yeah, I saw those people at the lots, but they weren't really going anywhere though. In the one we were playing, so hopefully there's actually people around later.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of people saying like put a person behind the counter, and yeah, totally. It'd be nice to actually go to the counter.
Yeah.
And like click checkout. There is something you can do on the register, which I didn't mention in this video, but I definitely went over in the next video, which is you could steal from the register. I actually clicked on like steal, and I was like, oh, I can't show that in this video because there's nothing about that. But the next video I knew was about money. So I wanted to highlight the steal function. But yeah, you can steal from the register, which is really funny.
We can review everything we have in our carts. And you know what? Maybe I'm going to get a 3rd lettuce seed.
Go for it, Glenn.
Oh, how do I do that?
One more.
Oh, the arrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect. I think I'm pretty happy with this order.
Now, how do I buy it?
Buy all. Awesome. Those
You hit the clear order button.
Those seeds are awesome, but I don't know if it's
Dang it, you didn't tell me, Glon.
hunger issue anytime soon. So let's go to the grocery shop
so
and buy
hungry.
some groceries as well. Let's bring out our phone by clicking the phone button right here. Let's go back to directions. And this time, let's go to the grocery shop.
I will say that I didn't realize how useful the phone was until I watched your videos.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, good.
Because like I couldn't. I was trying to find stuff. I was like, oh, I can just go to directions in the phone. So that
it is very
useful.
yeah. If you're just using zoom out, look around at the different lots, you were like, well, what is this lot? And you have to zoom right in the look.
Yeah.
So yeah, the phone does really help out. And then just go to it, and then you just follow them.
I'm learning.
Well, I'm glad, man. I'm getting hungry just looking at this. Let's go to the bread section and take food sample, which I thought was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Test it, right? Oh yeah, I think this is good bread. Let's go ahead and click it again and go shop, located right here. I think we can see lots of bread.
Are we ready for it?
Let's buy some bagels though. Click on that. I'm gonna grab 3 of those.
Wait, how did you get 3? You had 1 a second ago.
Oh, sorry.
No, I don't know how you did it. You need to explain it.
I think I'm ready to check out.
Hey, there's another person in the
So
store.
when are we going to go back to gardening?
Up here, we can review our options right here.
Look, the video was gardening and cooking, but I had nothing to cook with. I mean, yes, I technically would have used the gardening stuff to cook with, but that takes a long time to get. So I'm like, I gotta get some food now. And I gotta explain where I'm getting it from because I have to explain every step. So here we go.
Buy all. Awesome. All right, let's head back home by clicking the
That's the people walking around.
Button located right here. This has been a fun
Let's go.
shopping trip, hasn't it?
It has been.
Okay, we're back home now. Let's go ahead and plant those seeds we got earlier. Let's click on the planter, then click plant. And let's choose some of those lettuce seeds.
Right.
The plant right there. Awesome. Now let's water it. Great, I can't wait for that to grow in. Let's plant something in this one as well. Maybe some of those veggie seeds.
Let's do that.
And then I will
I actually show myself buying those.
And now water that one. All right, awesome. All that gardening really worked up an appetite. Let's click on the fridge and then choose cook something. There's so many awesome dishes we can cook, but we're gonna make a bagel and cream cheese.
The simplest thing.
We got some cream cheese. You could also cook food.
Because I looked at what you can make, I'm like, right, there it is. I'll just buy those 2 things. Because I knew I had to cook something, but I didn't know what to cook.
Food that you've grown, but sadly, it hasn't grown in yet. So let's make that bagel and cream cheese.
Oh.
Tastes great. It's been a great day.
Eating with a knife and fork, a bagel and cream cheese.
Needs to get a job.
Yeah.
And that's the subject of our next video. So
oh no, next video. What about this video?
Well, don't worry, because the video's out already. We can watch it right now.
Yeah, let's go, dude.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Great. The next one's called Jobs and Money.
And money.
I'll put the link in the chat so y'all can watch it and hit like or something, whatever. Look at these cars. Look at the dealership.
Hey there, I'm DrGluon. I'm a YouTuber and a Twitch streamer, and I play a lot of life simulators. And I'm so excited to be collaborating.
Oh yeah, what life simulators do you play? List them.
I played Denison.
In this series,
do you play Denison, James?
Exploring different aspects of
No. I just play Life by You. That's all.
I play Life by Glue. Can we steal cars? I never tried that, so I don't know.
But today we'll be focusing on jobs.
I don't think so. I think it's just like money.
Which is very exciting because I love money.
I don't know.
Wait. You missed a joke here.
I went ahead.
So the last video I said, this is very exciting because I love gardening. So I thought, be a bit cheeky, I had to say this.
Which is very exciting because I love money. I kind of got a little bit of a problem. I went ahead and spent all my money on party balloons. Whoopsie. You can actually see how much money we have right now.
All this money on party balloons.
Oh no, 20 bucks.
Want to buy more party balloons, we're gonna have to get a job. First, let's go to our phone, located right here. From the phone, select careers.
Right.
Here you can browse all the jobs available today. Sadly, we can't get a job as a CEO.
Oh, dang it.
But this grocery clerk position is hiring. You can see your schedule right here. And under requirement, it says no experience required. Well, that's the kind of experience I have. So let's go ahead and apply for it by clicking the apply for job button right here. And on the next page, click yes.
Like you said earlier, the animations are a work in progress.
The animations are a work in progress, yeah.
The phone ones are so funny though. I think it's the eyes, the way that they're like looking down.
They're kind of also doing like this. It's like, let me just use all fingers on this phone and scroll up. Yeah, and it's like...
that's funny.
Yes, that will be hopefully worked on.
I can say though, there's some obviously it's early access, but playing it, I had fun. It was pretty funny when I was playing. I'm excited for the when I get to post the full Let's Play.
Yeah, I actually really enjoy playing it. I know it looks goofy, and then all you're seeing like the animations are goofy, and
you know, some of the things are goofy. But like it being an open world game was actually really exciting. I was like having fun going to all these different areas. So yes, hopefully the animations get better though. We are now a grocery clerk. There are actually a ton of other jobs we could have taken, like cleaners, dishwasher, intern, office assistant, massage therapist. Those all sound really fun, but I've always wanted to work for a grocery shop, so I'm pretty happy with our choice. It's getting kind of
That's really my dream.
Let's head to bed. Tomorrow's gonna be a brand new day. The next morning. I'm feeling pretty good. Now, if you're not sure what time your job starts, you can always check in the profile. First, click Open Profile right here. Then head over to Career right here. And you can see that we work today at 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. You can see the time in your lower right-hand corner. And it's 1:45 right now, so I think we should head over there. If you're not sure how to get to work, don't worry, I can help. First, click on the phone. It's located right here.
Is your best
then go to
friend.
Directions, and you can see right at the top of the list, right below your home.
The funny thing is, I literally just discovered that when I clicked on the phone. I knew the place I worked, and I knew that I knew the name of it, and I assumed I had to scroll to it. But then just seeing it like, oh, it's work, and it puts it at the top of the list. I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of handy. So that's like to work. That's handy.
They should have done the new AI pins. Those are the new thing instead of phones. Pull out your AI pin.
Oh, they should have.
And ask it, where's my work? And then it'll be like, searching. Looking up work.
Away we go.
Work is something you do for money.
So we got here a little late.
So
we didn't get on time, so we got like a mark off on that one.
That's actually quite funny. When I was playing, I did that same thing. I was like, oh yeah, open world. I actually have to have travel time.
Exactly, yeah. You have to think about that.
I got there, so I'm not used to it.
I was like 15 minutes before work. Gotta go to work, right? And then it's like, well, I'm on a skateboard, so not exactly the speediest mode of transportation.
I like lived on the other side of town. It took me like an hour to get to work. I was like, oops.
I think that's the issue with this place. It's like on the other side of the town as well. So you have to like cross the bridge.
So you kind of want to live where you work,
Kind of, or leave way early. You have to think about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything popped up saying you should go to work now. So it's something you have to think about. It's like, okay, I got to go to work now. I don't think it's that much of a negative, but it definitely was one of those things. We should have taken something faster than escape.
Time management, yeah.
That's okay. We're going to work hard and show the boss that we're really worth it. Now, to the left of the screen, you can see where it says, do work tasks.
Do work tasks.
What is a work task, you ask?
What is work task?
What a good question.
I actually didn't know at the time. What is it? Are these?
No, I'm seriously asking. What is it?
Seriously, can you help me?
Rack right here. And as you can see, we have 4 options. Shop, restock, arrange, and check inventory. Restock, arrange, and check inventory are work tasks. So let's just do one of those. Let's go with restock. Look, that's hard at work. Great job.
I don't know if it is something that they're going to add or if it is in the game already, but it'd be kind of cool if you actually had a back room where you had to go get the box and bring it out and restock it, like actually moving product back and forth. I don't know if that's something in the game. From what my experience is, they just kind of like use the rack by just kind of using the rack until the work task is done. So it would be cool if you actually work on the register, like check out Sims or like go get stuff at the back and bring it out. Like not as deep as Supermarket Simulator, but actually like something more than just like click a rack and do the thing. So I hope they add just a bit more complexity to at least this job. It's the only one job I saw.
Click on the register here. Here you can see check register, update inventory. Those are both work tasks.
Deal.
We also have the option to steal.
You know what I mean?
Now, I would never recommend
That's not a
doing
work
that.
task.
I would never do that.
I just collected. I mean, this is a tutorial about making money, right? Oh, we just made quite a bit of money. Shh, don't tell anyone, okay? Let's finish out today by doing the rest of our tasks. Well, it's the end of the day, so let's go ahead and head home. You can do this by clicking the Go Home button located right here. Home sweet home. Did you miss me?
Oh, okay, so I said, do you miss me, balloons? And originally I had...
Yes, we miss you.
I had that originally, and I didn't put that in the video because I was really scared they were going to be like, no.
You should. Well, you gotta do what you want first, and then if they want changes, then you gotta.
This video was pretty goofy with the balloons,
And so, you know, because I usually have things talk, I was like,
Yes, we missed you.
but I was like, compared to the other video, this is the most goofiest video with the stealing and the balloons. 3 balloons. Hey, we made so much money today. In fact, we should check our bank accounts. You can do this by click on the phone, located right here, and then head to bank right here. This is actually cool. History right here. You can see we have vehicle upkeep, utility. I actually kind of wish The Sims would have this, because sometimes like how much money did I just make? Because you hear it, if you don't actually look at how much you came, it's gone. You know?
Yeah.
So having some kind of record of how much has been spent, and to note here, you are paying utilities, maintenance, and land tax every day. But when your human, your character doesn't have a job, they have they get like $50 a day. It's like universal something.
Yeah,
thing.
basic income.
Yeah. So even if you don't have a job, you get $50 a day, and that is, I mean, imagine if you could just turn that off or like quit that, so that way if you want to play like a Racks of Witches or something. But yeah, so you do have money coming in even if you don't work to pay off these land tax maintenance and stuff. Maintenance, land tax, avocado toast. I do love my avocado. I don't know where that came from. I had no idea where you bought avocado toast from. Toast. And with all that extra money, I can now buy some party balloons for the bedroom.
Oh, finally.
Yeah, perfect. Anyway, that's gonna do it here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the Paradox channel and the Life by You channel. I'm DrGluon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
And this has been Life by Glue.
Life by Glue, yeah. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I did really enjoy playing with it and look forward to playing with more. And I hope that the animations, I hope the animations get better. And like certain like things like putting a cashier, you know, where behind the cashiers and stuff like that. I think people have been saying that a lot. I think they hear the feedback and hopefully add that in eventually. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, they if you go in the comments of like their videos and stuff, they're always like replying. Like people are like, oh, there's like the people will be like, oh, it's like a ghost town. There's no people around there, and then you know they'll reply to that and explain.
yeah.
So they're pretty good at communicating this
Sims
stuff.
3 also
guess,
had some kind of ghost towny bits too, so I think it's the kind of open worldness of it.
I mean, I think, but particularly the build we played was kind of, there was like no one.
There was like, less people in the world. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, less than that. I think it was less than there should have been. I don't know why. Maybe just because that build worked better for recording or something. I don't know.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully, because the early access for everyone is June 4th, I believe.
Right. So less than a month.
1, 2, 3 weeks ish. So yeah, hopefully that one will be, you know, have people in it.
Yeah, and I'm excited to play around with it and just explore.
Yeah. No, when we were playing it though, it was pretty funny. I had a good time playing it. I was laughing.
Yeah,
it was a good time.
Yeah,
but I haven't played it since I did the short because I haven't done the full gameplay video yet. But I'm looking forward to doing that.
Yeah, I'd love to do one of those. Maybe they'll ask me to do one. But I had fun with these. I had fun. Obviously, I had to be more professional, and that was a little scary and daunting, and all the editing that needed to be going into it. But yeah, like I said, it was fun playing it. So, did I do any build? I didn't do much building other than just like plonk down the crafting table or plonk down.
No, I haven't done building yet. I think, or at least in the thing that I was doing with the short, they said to not do the building in it.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, okay, I'll just take gameplay.
Yeah.
They did a video like 2 days ago about creating what they're calling custom regions, which is basically like custom world. So they showed a video of how to make a whole new like world and stuff, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh,
welcome
really?
everybody too.
Like a different region from the one we've been seeing this whole time?
Yeah, and they have other ones in the game, but they're like, you know, the one that we've been seeing so far is the one that's like most built up.
Oh, that's very cool. Because then you can like, I've always imagined this game where you could really customize it if you want to do like a medieval thing and have just a bunch of castles.
Yeah, well, that's actually the guy was saying that. It's like, yeah, you can make your own, you know, world. It's like you could have like a medieval world. You could have, you know, whatever world. Because you actually make the terrain using Unity. So you don't make it in the game, like in Life by You. you'll use like Unity to make your terrain and all that, so you can like really customize it, you know, fully.
So I would need to know Unity to do anything like that?
Just the terrain stuff, but like placing lots and building and stuff, obviously you do in the game. But
in the game,
just to do the terrain, yeah. So you could start with, and he says as well, like we'll have some terrains for you guys to use, obviously.
Yeah, and then maybe put modders with
people that want to get into it, they can definitely do it.
Okay, that is very cool. That's very cool. Cool. Well, I'll let you rest up then.
Yeah, all right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. I appreciate that. It was very nice of you.
Yeah, it's cool. All right. See you guys.
Have a good one. Go subscribe to James Turner on his YouTube channel. Also Deli as well. It's actually really cool. Should we watch this video?
About region editing, aka making your entire own custom town that you can share with other players.
I miss him already. I know, me too.
From other players. This is a 10-part video series. Like I said, it is split into 3 main sections.
I didn't know anything about this.
Go check out the past videos to talk about clothing and furniture editing. Now we're talking about lot and
hang on, let me give you this link here.
We're going to talk about before we start that everything here may well
this
change.
Is the main world that you've been seeing in all the videos.
Editors. Some of this might change, so watch the description for any extra videos or content we might link you to. All right, it's time to talk about region editing. Let's get started.
Let's
quickly talk about what a region actually is. You can think of it mostly as a town. A region is a little bit broader than that, though. So really it means a plot of land, a big old plot of land that an entire city or an entire town could be placed upon. All it really means is kind of like a map. It includes the terrain, the mountains, the foliage and things like that, in addition to those buildings.
And the road, is the road separate?
It's just a countryside, completely empty of buildings, or you could have a region that's a heavy cityscape, or you could have a region that's like a post-apocalyptic wasteland, the Wild West, or really anything else you could imagine and create in our engine.
So they're going to probably like have, if it's going to be something that you can create by yourself, there'll be a bunch of mods with different regions. But there'll also be regions that you're going to be able to buy too. Do you know what I mean? You'll be able to buy some like regions.
A player's entire save.
So there'll be an expansion pack with like, it's the city region now come out with a bunch of city buildings. But what's good is that you'll be able to like mod it and then people can make their own as well.
Happens inside of one region. So when they make a new save, they're picking just a single region and they're placing their family and anybody else they create into that one region. So they're kind of like, they're going to have that post-apocalyptic playthrough, or they're going to do.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing with like Sim stuff. Like, why buy kits when modders are making a bunch of cool stuff? Modders will make a bunch of cool things, but also the advantage of buying an expansion pack is that, well, they will also make a bunch of new assets to go along with it. So the buildings will look a little different, and maybe there'll be different trees that come along with it. There'll be a whole set of things, right? Yeah, I mean, with The Sims 4, you could get a bunch of content out just by using modding tools, but
they're just going to hang out and play in a big old cool cityscape or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, the gameplay, I think, is pretty. I mean, the gameplay is what's going to really hold us. The gameplay is good, I think. From what I played, I had fun with it. I haven't played too much of it, but for those videos I made, I played a little bit of it, and I had a lot of fun playing it. I hope that the animations get better and things get a little cleaned up and better. I'm with you.
Make a new region,
I'm with you on that.
The past 4 videos, we're simply going to start
graphics polishing. Yeah, lighting is kind of goofy. I think
inside of the region editor, but just like before as well, for us to make a new region, we have to start by making a new mod to save that region too. We're going to make that new mod simply by hitting that green plus button, and we can name our region whatever the heck we want, but I'm going to name mine Willem's Lonely Wizard World because, to be honest, I don't think I'm going to spend the 6 hours it would take to make a really cool, fully thought-out world. So mine's going to be a little sparse, which is by design, clearly. I'm also going to take a second to enable Willem's Magic Potion stands for a specific reason. I'm actually going to use a mod in the creation of this new mod.
I don't know if I'd ever get into this.
I can click into the region editor.
Into like making a mod.
Just like before, just like the past videos. Once I'm in the region editor, I have a couple of options of how to edit stuff. I can click on an existing region, such as Sunshine Neighborhood.
Because I'm kind of overwhelmed right now just by looking at this.
Let us edit the existing regions that are already in the game. So I could jump into Sunshine Sunshine Neighborhood, also called Seaside Haven. And we could, you know, delete the car dealership if we didn't like it, and then that would actually be reflected in the world. If we played Seaside Haven from here on out, or if anybody downloaded our mod, they would no longer have the car dealership in their world. We can also duplicate existing regions with our little duplicate button,
this game is not for you.
or we can start from scratch, which is what I am going to do. So I'm going to hit the plus button, and then I'm going to name this the Willem's Lonely Wizard World. And then once
these are different regions that are already been made.
Edit region and jump in.
Okay.
So fun fact for you, the region editor is actually one of the most recent updates we did. That little pre-menu that you just saw is something that didn't exist before, that we only added because of all the comments you've been leaving on these videos. So
it seemed a little overwhelming, 100%.
Helps make the game better. Now that I'm inside of the...
Okay, so that was all the terrain. I guess the terrain he's like downloaded maybe, or they come with the game maybe? Like all this stuff here?
Region editor here, you'll see that the world actually starts totally black, and that's because I have to begin by selecting a terrain. So a terrain is something, it is
Burger Boys mod.
So all the hills, all of the mountains, all of the valleys, all of the rivers, that's our terrain. That's a game development term. If we want to make our own custom terrain, our own custom mountains, our own custom lakes, we actually need to do that inside of Unity. We would need to download Unity itself, a game development tool, in order to
I would never do that.
However, in order to help those who aren't that advanced, we wanted to make sure that you could make your own regions even without that capability.
Good.
So what you can do is you can select any of the pre-existing terrains and use that terrain, that empty space, for you to fill with your creations. We are not exactly sure which terrains you're going to get right off the bat, but you're definitely going to get Sunshine Neighborhood, and then we're going to try to include one or two more. So you'll have a couple of options, even if you don't want to edit your own terrain. So I'm going to, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to pick Sunshine Neighborhood, which you've seen many times before.
Okay.
We're going to use the same terrain that we've used in the other videos. I'm then going to go ahead and make sure to pick the matching nav
Water
mesh.
world.
A nav mesh is...
Can we make a water world map? Can we have a water world map where like everyone lives on the water? And the smokers are the bad guys.
Another game development term.
You want to see that
You
movie?
don't need to know what it means. It just means it helps the characters walk around the world.
I still don't understand the roads. Like, are the roads, are we placing those down at some point, or are they just pre-placed?
Terrain and your nav mesh match. The next button you'll see there is the starting region. That means that players can select this region as a place to start a new world from. And then you'll see the sub-region. That's mostly a term that doesn't get used very much, but it just means one region is a part of another. We then have a
subscribe to that one.
This is what the player will actually see, so we can name this whatever we want. But of course, we're calling ours Willem's Lonely Wizard World. And then we can add any kind of description as well that we want.
Okay.
I'll just talk about being lonely. Yeah, that makes sense. The Edit Vistas button.
They haven't said much about roads yet.
We're not going to talk about today, but basically that allows us to decide what kind of special views there are in our world. And the main thing I'm going to talk about first, you see all these buttons on the right-hand side of the screen.
Well,
these are all things that we can edit about this region.
Okay.
And as always, the best way to learn is just to get curious and start experimenting.
Region, humans, lots, objects,
and start
locators, volumes,
but
sounds.
First, I'm gonna. You'll notice that this world is devoid of any buildings.
And
all of the terrain and all the vegetation is there, and in fact, you'll notice it's a lot of vegetation compared to the regular Sunshine neighborhoods, and there's a specific reason for that.
Okay.
If we want to start placing actual buildings, we do so in the Lots tab. So we can click on Lots tab,
right,
and then let's find a good spot for a lot, maybe right here.
Okay.
And we're going to add a lot simply by clicking the green.
You know what? This seems like a lot.
Top right of the screen. We can search for any lot we want. I was thinking I'd add a cafe because you will need to think about needs satisfiers. So your characters need somewhere to go get some food.
Right.
AI especially if you have NPCs or townsfolk in your town. They'll also need somewhere, to use the bathroom, to have fun, to socialize, all that good stuff. So you want to make sure you have.
What if having fun
in region that
is in the bathroom?
Those needs. In this case, I'm going to stick a cafe because that'll cover food and water. And I'm just going to place it right here about.
Does it have to be on the road? I mean, putting on the road, that makes sense.
All of those trees and grass actually disappear. So our system will automatically clear out trees. So that way
what about woohoo?
Place this world.
Not these data.
And you don't have to worry about.
I'm sorry. How do I woohoo people?
Maybe one more lot here. I'm thinking a grocery store because it's also a really important one for needs satisfiers.
Right.
So that way all of our characters can go ahead and find
not now
that they might need.
Soon, DrGluon, soon. Okay. I want to make a grocery
I also
shop.
wanted to show you placing that custom
I want to make a
lot
bunch
that I
of
made in the
grocery
last
shops.
Video. As long as I have the mod enabled that has the lot saved to it, I can pick and place any lots that I've created that are in those mods that I have enabled. So you can see that I can indeed place my magic wizard tower from
Magic potion stand. Let's
I can place
go.
it anywhere I want. I kind of wanted to place it up on that mountain, but I think the way that I made the lot, it'll be completely inaccessible. So I'm not going to do that.
Right.
I'm just going to place it right here.
I kind of wish you did put it up there because then I want to see what that looks like.
The road there, so I could smidge.
You said you could put it up there though. Is there a mod for box faults? Hope so. Okay.
The very last thing that I need to care about for lots when I'm in a region is that you need a player spawn location. Basically, you need some lots that are considered starter lots, a lot that the player could pick as their home in this world. And so I can just basically add a couple of those default buildings, or of course, if I wanted to and I was spending more time on this, I could make a totally custom lot to do that as well. I'm just going to grab some of these barn houses and stick 1 or 2 around the world. Put one right here next.
Looks like the terrain does change to fit that house.
And then
the mountain kind of went away a little bit.
What would happen if I placed one of these barn houses like up on this mountain back here? And let's see how it looks up on top of it.
Oh, look at the stairs. It's real big.
Oh no. Can you see that staircase there? Okay, that's interesting. So this is actually a tool that the developers added to the game, the engineers added to the game. Oh my god.
It's kind of,
oh my god.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Wow, well that's incredible. So what they added was effectively, we wanted to make it so that no matter where you put a lot, it wouldn't be blocked. You could always access your lot. So they made it so that it extends the foundations, like you saw with my wizard tower, and it extends any entranceways like a staircase to touch the ground. So we made basically an endless staircase.
That's kind of cool
to get to Barnhouse B2.
Looks a little goofy, but I like it.
We're gonna keep it, and maybe the engineers will get mad at me for recording it in this video. That is the lot editor. I'll now show you the objects editor, which is probably the thing you'll do second most often in the regions editor. So the object editor is very similar to what you'll see in live edit mode or even in the home build.
Oh, you can put like stuff anywhere.
Where you're placing,
that's cool.
Beds and stuff like that in your home. Any objects can be accessed and then placed directly into the region. So rather than having to place them on the lot, on any lot, you can just place it and then save it to the region. This allows us to do a bunch of really interesting stuff. So for instance, we could
like
just,
a construction zone.
Construction sign here.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
We have a little bit of extra lore about
you could really spend a lot of time on this.
Dangerous place. We don't
really spend a lot of time on this.
Like but we can also get, creative with this and do interesting stuff with it. I mentioned, by the way,
like people are going to get really into it, I think.
On the grand scale inside of Unity if you get more advanced. But I can do a little bit of foliage editing simply by adding them as objects just with the object editor. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to make kind of like a little grotto over here. I'm not going to spend too long on it. I just want to show you the kinds of things you could do. But I could like put a little.
You could build a D&D world.
Semicircle.
It could, I guess.
And then maybe I could stick some kind of light on it.
I don't know about babies.
Kind of light
I actually don't know. Have they said anything about that?
There are lamp posts. What did we call those?
I've not seen any, but just like the adults.
We could go with one of these little short guys. I don't like it.
Remember when this game comes out, it's gonna be it is early access.
Yes, outdoor lampposts.
Very early access.
So we could place one of these so that it is shining over our little grotto. So that might make the player easier, be able to find this area a little bit more easily or something.
As a builder, we're very excited about this part.
So that is the objects editor. You can place objects anywhere.
Yeah,
in the region,
I mean
and they will actually
that's
get
very
saved
cool
to the region. A lot of the objects are mostly just aesthetic, like that construction sign.
What if you can do this like?
Some of them are also functional. So, for instance, if I place I
wonder if you like actually start editing a region while still playing it, or like you pause playing and then you edit something. So, like maybe you want to add like a road closed down for construction purposes. Like maybe that's just part of your storyline or something, and then you pop back in your game and then the whole road's like got all the construction signs and stuff on it.
Bus stop in my.
You can edit anytime. That's cool.
I occasionally get deliveries of visitors to our town.
Oh, bus stops. Yeah, I see. But I have seen buses come through, like driving around. When I was playing.
Your own world. And there are other objects, by the way, that have other functionality that's kind of similar. You'll just learn that as you play the game and as you mess around with the options that are in here. So for the next two tabs, locators and volumes, those are both much more advanced, and mostly you're not going to use those unless you're writing custom code. So for the most part, you can ignore those too. But of course, as always, the best way to learn is just to experiment. The sounds tab allows you to do exactly what you think. You can add sounds to your world. You can add some peaceful background music, but you can also add volumetric sound. So basically, sound that only appears in a certain place. Maybe add some river sound effects or something like that. The last thing I'm really going to show you is the Troves editor. The Troves editor is something that I actually use a lot because I'm the guy responsible for the crafting in the game.
I made a video about that.
So a trove is kind of like a little treasure chest, and there's a bunch of options you can see here that we made for you. So I could place an archaeology grave table, for instance, and you'll see I basically I'm defining an area that this trove might spawn. So right now, the only area that trove is going to spawn in this tiny circle, but you can see I can expand out the circle.
Okay, that's cool. Like this is like digging like the rocks in Sims.
And then I can drag these little
like the dig spots. Yeah. But those aren't very random at all.
Might spawn inside of.
So this is going to be more random.
To spawn, I can also mess with the settings down.
Or like when I went to the beach, I found those seashells.
So, I could, for instance, change what the mode is. Right now, the default
mode
is every hour at minute, which means this trove will spawn every single hour at this exact minute. So at the 10-minute mark, this trove will spawn every single hour, 24 times a day.
What is that?
So that's if we have a really generic, more common trove, but we can also do one that's every hour on the day, so it only spawns once a day, and we can even get more advanced than that. This infinite lifetime checkbox makes it so that the trove never disappears. If I don't click that, it will disappear after a certain number of minutes. So I actually usually like to make these infinite lifetime. And then the quantity is just how many of the objects that could spawn appear when you pick it up. So I could, for instance, just like place, if you look at the main region, there's a million of these. So I could place these anywhere I want. It might make sense for us to have some wildflower troves placed right here.
Flower agent table, okay.
This is the gardens, of course.
So flowers would show up here.
Like minute 45, giving it infinite lifetime, make it so that you can pick up 1 through 5 items. And that's really it. That's like basically your trove editing. But I could also, I was kind of imagining that as an example here, I could add a really special trove that gives you a bunch of stuff right here to this special little grotto.
A gold one?
So I'll place that there. We'll do an archaeology settlement just because it kind of sounds cool. Make it spawn at, minute 10.
Looks like an overlap that as well.
Less common than that. Right now, once again, that'll spawn 24 times a day, but just for the demonstration.
I feel like it would be easy to learn by just opening up
you can get
the actual one that comes in the game and just poking around with what they've done.
That is the trove editor, which means we're actually now.
And you'd probably see just a bunch of circles everywhere because they probably got things spawning all over the place. So they probably, if you open up the regular version of the game, all these like circles all over the place.
Done. There are all of these other editors that are in here, but these other editors you're not really going to be editing the region with. It's just so that you could jump straight into another editor because you might need to. For instance, if I wanted to make a new custom item that I wanted to add to one of these troves, I could click into the item editor, make the new item in there, add it to the trove, come back to the region editor straight from there, and add it to our trove. So this is another one of those really powerful ways that we're trying to make editing and modding of Life by You really effective. So that's basically it. That's the region editor. We now have a whole little region. There's not much here. It's a little lonely.
Like if I want to do like a pirate let's play and I really was getting into it, I was like, I want to make a pirate. Like we tried to do it in The Sims. You could maybe get a treasure chest, get it off the the gallery or whatever, right? Download it, and then you could add it as a trove. And say it appears, these treasure chests appeared on the beach somewhere. Like a buried treasure. Yeah, something like that. Like you could probably just do that. And then, now we're looking for buried treasure, which is wouldn't be in the normal game, but you could add it as a thing to find. I think that'd be really neat,
But it will all function. And you, of course, when you make your own, can make it much more advanced and pretty. So let's go ahead and hit save, and then we can close the region and go test it out. All right, you may have noticed that every time I make one of these videos, I show off at least 2 of the editors, and that's because I just want to surface all of the cool stuff you can do with the modding tools in Life by You. So if I click into the population preset here, I will be able to make a custom population for my town. That kind of means like a cultural background, but I can really edit anything to do with these people and make a specific group of people that appears in my town. So I could make like a post-apocalyptic group or a zombie group or a Wild West kind of group or something like that.
Yes.
Any population preset that I want that appears in a specific region. And by the way, population presets are independent of region, so people can use this in any region, which is part of the reason they're two separate editors. So I can play with all sorts
there
of
you
stuff,
go.
including skin
Alien
color.
world,
I even
yeah,
kinda
yeah.
think that default white color is
Edit the
interesting,
townies
like
that show up.
vampires
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something like that.
Or like the pirates,
but-
you could just have everyone wearing pirate outfits. Or, you know, when we made everyone like mice in The Sims, just make everyone mice. Oompa Loompa world.
But I have a pretty specific idea of what I'm gonna do. Let me see how just horrendous this looks. And purple. And reset your models. They look terrible, which is perfect. And if you want to make your own that's better, make your own. All right, I have horrifying purple people. I can play with any of these other settings. I could, for instance, do a custom hair color maybe. I kind of even like the white hair. But I could...
If you don't have that on, will they
this,
just be
like, purple
randomized
hair
then?
If I felt like it. That looks fine. I think I'll just allow any hair color there. And then I could mess with some of the other stuff too. Like, for instance, I can even pick which likes.
Is he actually making
population
Oompa Loompa
preset has,
people?
which I've always found really fascinating. So I could make all these people behave a certain way, which is really, really allows you to make those custom worlds and tell your own custom stories.
Likes cars, likes fashion, likes politics, likes money.
Thing. Maybe they all like philosophy or, I don't know, makeup or what feels purple. What's a purple like? Oh, maybe video games.
Fruit.
Yeah. All those people like video games, or 50%
Sure.
of them like video games anyway. There you go. I can also decide which ages appear.
Baby,
in the
toddler.
preset.
Oh, okay.
And I can do all kinds of other stuff, including how they look and things like that. So this is population presets, and I'll show you how to actually plug it in just a moment. But it's another editor that just allows you to customize this world and share it with other players and then download it from other players. You can imagine what kinds of population presets you'll be able to get from our modding collection.
It's mostly,
Enough.
I'm excited
So
to
now
what
we
I'm
have
going
a
to get
custom
from other
region
people.
and a custom population preset. It's time to actually try that out in the game.
Yeah, do it.
Just like the previous videos, all you got to do that is hit New Game, and then make sure you select the correct region. In this case, Willem's Lonely Wizard World. You can see there the description and everything. Now, before you exit this screen, I want to draw your attention to this population demographics button. And this, on its own, even without population presets, is a pretty cool feature that we haven't covered too much.
Ooh.
All of these settings are available to you to try to make your town, your world that you're playing in, unique to you.
Oh.
But you'll see if you scroll
Like
down
how many
a little
people
bit
in the
this
world?
population demographic, that those population sets we
Wow.
created or population presets are all represented here, and all of them are going to be placed evenly, except we'll have no purple people, that custom preset we made.
Right.
So if we want to make sure that that happens more often, all we gotta do is
Just
drag
make
that bar up and
everyone,
then
right, make
this one
everyone the
0
purple
and
people.
This one's 0 and this one's 0 and this one's 0. And suddenly the only people we will get in the world are purple. So now we can hit continue. And
Like,
I believe
what I want to know is like, say you just want everyone in like cowboy outfits. Can you just put a person in a cowboy outfit, but then it will just randomize, other things like skin color and gender, like will it randomize that stuff, like, but keep everyone in a cowboy outfit, Or do I have to make every one of the different, That's what I want to know. I'm assuming it will, right?
Yes. Oh my God. We immediately get the population preset working.
Well, it seems like it
characters,
randomized the
even
clothes
in
here.
our randomizer now are
Okay.
matching our population preset instantly.
Oh,
because
okay,
they're the
okay.
only preset that we're allowing, thanks to those changes we made in the demographic screen.
Oh, yeah, because he just chose the skin color as purple, so now everyone has to be purple, but everything else can be random, it seems like.
So I'm actually just going to accept this nanny character. We got to make sure that we
See,
pick
that'd
the
be
right
cool.
house,
Like, I
which
want to have a
believe
bunch of pirates.
Was
And then we just
I think it
make
was
sure they're wearing pirate outfits. I don't, all these different people in pirate outfits.
I want to be in that house that
would
has
be
like the
sweet,
ridiculously long
man.
staircase. I just thought that was so funny. And our town won't have any workplaces yet, although let me make sure that I have a wealthy lifestyle. There we go. You notice that my houses were locked, and that's because I didn't have enough money to afford them yet. So we just had to switch to a wealthy lifestyle to make sure. When you make your regions, make sure you have some cheap options for players as well as expensive ones. So we do actually have workplaces available because we added a cafe and a grocery. But now we're ready to hit play and actually jump into our world and see how it all looks. All right, we've successfully loaded into our house up on the hill.
Oh, yes.
With our ridiculously long staircase. It's beautiful. I've never seen something as gorgeous as that before. And we can see that our entire region has now loaded, and it is uniquely different, distinctly different.
Spiral staircase.
Sunshine Neighborhoods, a.k.a. Seaside Haven, the starting location that you'll all get access to when you get the game. We can see our Wizard Tower, our custom modded lot, is there. We can see that just those 2 lots that we placed are there. Here's our beautiful little cafe. You know, we can go inside and access it just like any other world. And we can see that some of those custom objects we added are
It
also there.
It is really cool to just be like, just go in and see what's going on over there, and then start playing it with people too. That is pretty cool.
Go over and see that those places we added are there. Now I want to.
It's open world, yes.
Immediately, like, have my character come out. I'm actually curious how long
You
it's
just
gonna
look
take
into the building and it will like.
To walk down.
It just shows
this
you in.
massive staircase. I'm gonna time it, so it looks like we're starting the top of the staircase there at about 8:20, and now I'm gonna just wait. Maybe we'll time lapse it. I don't know. I leave it to Rocio, who's editing these, by the way. Thank you, Rocio. But let's see. I want to find out what time they get to the bottom of this massive staircase.
And they died. They never made it. They passed away on the way down. It was so long.
And time. So they got to the bottom at about 9:50. They started walking at about 8:20, which means that staircase takes them an hour and a half
Amazing.
to walk up and down. Amazing. You can see the rest of our world is totally normal. And
See, just
honestly,
loads
we
in.
don't
I think
need
that's so
to,
cool.
I don't really need to describe it too much to you because it acts and behaves like any other game.
Yeah.
I could also, of course, go over. Why don't we go get that super special trove? So this is hypothetically, if we're making an amazing region, this is maybe a like a special spot that they discovered. We could go hide it way off in the forest or something. So here my character is grabbing the trove, and in just a moment that'll pop up.
Does it populate the world based on how many houses you put in? Because I don't know if you put many houses.
Special stuff from this trove. Looks like we found a recipe. There we go. Got some.
It didn't put many houses in, so are there like that many people living here? There are cars and
we have
things.
Successfully, it seems like, created an entire region that is just ours. It is using the terrain of the existing town, but once again, if you do download Unity, you'll be able to make your own terrain if you wish, and I'll show you a little bit about how to do that a little later. I'll at least show you how to set up Unity, but otherwise you can use existing terrains. And by the way, that will include
I won't ever do that
terrains that you download. So
I don't know
if you
how to do
download
any of that.
mod that has a custom terrain, you'll also be able to make your own town using their terrain.
Yeah, whole quest thing.
So that is just about everything I'm going to show you in this video. I'm curious what all of you are going to make with the region editor. And I just want to remind everybody.
You could learn Unity real quick.
This is already a bunch of tools. I think you saw that. But you'll also be able to do more in the Unity editor should you choose to download it and really get advanced in the modding, including making your own terrain, adding vegetation editing.
Oh, they're now
we'll
smelly.
Do a Unity setup pretty soon. Video after next will be a Unity setup video for you. And that is going to do it for this video. That is officially everything that I wanted to talk about here. So before we say goodbye, a couple of last things.
Go on.
And that is number one, don't forget to use your resources. We really want to support people in building mods. We hope that this is essentially a tool for self-expression and for exploring your imagination. So if you're having any issues, come into the Discord and get some help in there. There's also going to be an FAQ soon on making mods, and there are even more detailed videos for those who are a little bit more advanced available as well. We will have a video coming soon on uploading and downloading your own mods. And also our next video is going to be about making your own custom gameplay. I'm actually going to give you an intro on visual scripting, our own custom visual scripting language. And I know some of you just went, I'm out, scripting, oof. But I really mean it, that we have created a coding language that is pretty understandable, especially for the basic stuff. So I encourage you to come check it out and let me convince you that you too can script. I promise. It's crazy. I have a final thing to say, which is, of course, a design challenge.
I mean, if it's like, if it's in the game and it's like easy to do or somewhat easy, you could see it like a way of like getting into scripting. Maybe you start with this game. Like maybe someone gets this game, they start scripting, they find out they really like it, and then they go into like more advanced scripting. Like that's very cool. I like that kind of idea, It's not for me. I've tried doing like scripting and I'm much more of an art person, but you never know until you try it, and you might realize that you actually love it, or even like good at it. You might be like, I'm actually really good at this. So,
and this
that's
one I think is going
exciting
to be a really fun one.
for people to
I want you to draw
get
out
into.
a map of a region that you want to create. So maybe you make that post-apocalyptic world. Maybe you make that Wild West world.
Can I take something that made out of crayons? You know, and this is where the hot dog stand is, and this is where the super roller coaster is, and then put that on the Discord. Oh, that's very good, Gluon. Very good.
Or maybe like a fairy world or a magic world or just a
Please do that.
With an interesting layout. I want you to draw a map of this region that you plan on making.
I'll just take a picture of those playmats. Do you know the playmats that are like they're green with a bunch of roads all over the place? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's got the roads everywhere, and it's got like the different buildings on the, you know those roads? I'll just submit that picture.
Life by you. And then when you get your hands on the game, I want you to actually try making it. I want to download it. I want to play your worlds. I want to get lost in your own imaginations. That's like the best part of games like this. I think that's going to do it. This has been Willem Delventhal, one of the game designers on the team, and your modding tutorial video guide. I've had a lot of fun making these. Thank you for watching them.
Yeah, thank you.
Leave me your thoughts and comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one where we talk about custom gameplay.
Bye-bye. So, yeah, there it is. The region editor video, as well as my own videos that I did. Yeah, so, I mean, the look of the game, I think people have talked about the look of the game, the animations. I hope they get better. But there's some stuff in here that's like, this sounds so cool. Like the gameplay wise. And that's already here. It seems like it is. You know. Modders will make it better. I mean, I'm sure mods will come in, modders will do stuff, but you know, you hope the game they work on it as well and make it look better as well themselves. We shouldn't rely on modders to make the game better, but you know, looking, I don't know, we'll see. That's it.